Imagine a company worth $40 billion. Now imagine the company is built almost entirely on the work of children, not teenagers with part-time jobs. Children, some as young as 8 years old, working 40 hours a week during the school year, getting paid nothing. Now imagine the head of that company was asked directly, on camera, whether this was exploitative. And instead of denying it, he accidentally admitted it. A reporter asked him point blank, "Is it exploitative that your platform makes money off the labor of children?" Any normal executive would say no and move on. But the head of Roblox Studio said this.
You can say we're exploiting child labor. Or you can say we're offering people anywhere in the world the capability to get a job and even an income. So I can be 15 years old in Indonesia living in a slum, and now with just a laptop I can create something, make money, and sustain my life.
Read that again. He didn't deny child labor. He rebranded it. A 15-year-old in a slum working for a $40 billion corporation. And the man running the studio called it a gift. Now a federal lawsuit is threatening to blow this entire thing open. And what it reveals about how Roblox actually makes its money is something they really don't want you to know. Here's what's actually going on. Roblox is one of the biggest gaming platforms on Earth. 380 million monthly active users. 151 million people logging in every single day. And almost all of the content those people are playing, like every world, every experience, every item you can buy, was built by its own users. Not by Roblox employees, by the players themselves. And here's where it gets interesting. Roblox pays those creators in Robux, their own virtual currency. And Roblox prints that currency. Roblox sets the exchange rate, and that exchange rate is brutal. Here's how it actually works. You, the customer, can buy 1,000 Robux for about $13. But if you're a developer and someone spends 1,000 Robux on your game, you can only cash that out for $3.80. Roblox keeps $9.20 of every $13 spent on your work. And that's before their fees for uploading and advertising your product. Think about that. You build something, someone pays for it, and the platform takes more than 70 cents of every dollar. But here's the part that makes this a legal problem and not just a bad deal. Most of those developers are children. Roblox's own data shows that only 27% of daily users are 18 or older, and that's only among users who actually submitted proof of age. The real number of adults is almost certainly lower. So you have a $40 billion company running on content created largely by minors, paying them in company currency at a rate they control, with rules they can change at any time. Now here's something from history that makes this even more disturbing. In the early 1900s, mining and logging companies had a trick. Instead of paying workers in cash, they paid them in something called script. Script could only be spent at the company's store, at prices the company set. A worker could put in a full week of brutal labor and walk away owing the company money. Congress banned this in the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938, the FLSA. The law specifically says script, tokens, credit cards, coupons, or similar devices are not proper mediums of payment. Robux is script. That's not an opinion, that's the argument sitting in a federal court right now. In May of 2026, a mother in Georgia filed a class action lawsuit against Roblox Corporation in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of California on behalf of her 13-year-old son, and potentially millions of other children just like him. Here's what the complaint says happened to her son. He registered for Roblox at age 8. No parental consent. No age verification from Roblox. From roughly age 11 to 13, he did game design, development, and testing, including advanced coding, for adult-led development teams on the platform. Averaging more than 40 hours a week. 40 hours a week! During the school year, at age 11. He was paid nothing. His working conditions, according to the complaint, were like an adult at a real job. He had a boss who threatened to remove him from the team if he didn't keep producing. He was pressured to work longer hours as deadlines approached. The lawsuit claims Roblox violated the FLSA, which bars children under 14 from working at all and limits 14 and 15-year-olds to just 3 hours of work on a school day. It also claims Roblox violated California Labor Code Section 212, which specifically bans paying employees in company script. And it goes even further. Roblox's own terms of service require every creator to give the company a worldwide, perpetual, royalty-free, irrevocable license to use their work in any manner, including AI training models. So on top of everything else, Roblox has quietly built itself a permanent license to feed children's work into machine learning systems, forever, with no compensation and no way to ever take it back. Here's the kicker. Children can't be legally bound by contracts. The plaintiff has explicitly repudiated any agreement he may have signed, which means Roblox can't claim he agreed to these terms. He was a child. The agreement doesn't hold. Now Roblox is going to fight this hard. They've already said they'll move to compel arbitration. and push the case out of court. They've maintained for years that these children aren't employees. They're hobbyists learning valuable skills. But remember what their own studio head said on camera. You can say we're exploiting child labor, or you can say we're offering a gift. A company whose own executive cannot stop accidentally describing child labor out loud in public, on the record, while insisting in the same breath that it isn't happening. That is not a company with a clean legal argument. This case could take years, but if it succeeds, it could force Roblox to pay billions in back wages to millions of kids, and it could force every platform like it to answer a question the law already has a clear answer to. Can you legally build a $40 billion business on the unpaid work of children? You can't, and you shouldn't.